Hello, and welcome to my sorting algorithm program. This time I did it with C++. I chose C++ over Python. Um, and I got my includes in here. This is just, whenever I do a Python code, this is normally what I include. I always include these three for some reason. Just from the C++ level 1 and 2 classes, I've always just had these in here. So it's just kind of like a habit for throwing those in along with the using namespace. Then I've got my main, I've got my array with a bunch of random characters in here. I started low and then I wanted to kind of like do a big jump to some higher numbers. And then this time I kind of took some idea. I kind of took the idea with this program from, I think it was C++ level 2 when one of our assignments was to make a tutorial type thing, showing a user how pointers work and describing what they are and how they work. So I kind of did it with this with the insertion sorting. So we're gonna, by the end of this whole array will be sorted from lowest to highest. Right now it's not. It's all over the place. And then so I just kind of started off with welcome to the insertion tutorial. We will explain how it works and show an example. Insertion sort works by taking a group of random numbers in an array, then it sorts through it by starting with the second integer. It looks at the previous integer and decides whether it is higher or lower, then places it in the correct order, continuing this until the end. Take a look at our scrambled list here, and then for here, this just outputs the array. I was looking back through some of my notes, and I could have swore there was a better way to output a whole list of an array, but all I was finding was something like if you were to do C out and then scramble and 5, 4, where that would output 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, number 2. So I could have swore there was an easier way than to just kind of like do a while loop, but I guess I'm missing something. I thought I remembered it being simpler, but this basically just outputs every number from 5 all the way to 98 out of order, just how the array looks. So that way the user sees what our current list looks like. Now it is time to order this array using insertion sorts, and this is the code you will be using. And here is the whole code. I'll run this once I'm done, and I kind of like set it up where it kind of looks like this code. And this is the code, the for loop, where you are able to come up with the sort integer, and it just goes through. And this is where the magic happens of kind of like figuring out, is it higher or lower, placing it where it needs to go. Then you will see the previous list in order from lowest to highest, and this just outputs the new list. Starting number 15 is the amount of, is basically the array 15. Same with this. That's the amount of the array. So if you had less than 15, it would only output so many of these. If you had more than 15, then I assume it just kind of like does them all, but then kind of like has some space left over or something like that. So basically the I++ just means just keep going up one until you basically reach the end of the list. So this just outputs the entire new sorted list. And that's it. The list has been ordered in the code. The 15 stands for how many items, numbers are in the array. Scramble is the name of my array. And again, this code is just moving all the lower numbers to the front and higher numbers to the end. I mean, I'm sure it works a different way, but it could be used for other ways. But this is how it looks. So this little section right here, I made it so that way it looks like an actual code instead of just all of it bunched up against this wall. So it just looks indented and stuff, so that way the user sees, okay, what does it look like? And then here's the new. Hold up. Sorry, OCD. Where is that? I want to go here. There we go. There we go. Okay, so now I like it. So see how it's 98 obviously stays the same, but it has moved all the numbers in order through this sorted code. Insertion code. Insertion sorted. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 15, 22, 34, 44, 56, and 98. All of them in order. This was a lot better than the binary tree assignment. I felt a little bit more comfortable with this one. I don't know, maybe it's just more simpler than the binary tree one. I definitely need to go through the binary tree and just kind of definitely reapproach it, and I might do C++ with it instead of Python. I'm more comfortable with Python, but I think I might just try C++ with it. And the other assignment as well that I don't have an entirely great grade on, get those two resubmitted. But this one definitely was a little bit more simpler, and I felt more comfortable with this assignment. Just got to keep pushing and trying to get ahead on this. But hopefully you enjoyed this assignment, and this is my insertion sort.